Hey,
Ah,
reviews.
back up in here, yo.
Dumbo. This video is going to cover how does the new live action Dumbo end.
Dumbo goes to Africa.
So spoilers will be a plenty. Just for people who say that we don't give a disclaimer when we start the how does it end video, literally saying how does it end. Take it
Even,
away,
even though I just
Ian.
said it. Yeah, they send Dumbo to Africa with his mom.
So he doesn't keep being the number one act in the circus like in the original?
No, the amusement park that he goes to, that's all big and you see it happen, yeah, it burns down. And they basically get rescued and
Yikes.
yeah, he's too special to be in a circus or anywhere performing, so we're going to send him back to the wild, even though they were both raised in captivity.
Because they'll totally know how to fend for themselves.
Yeah.
Do they actually show them fending for themselves in the wild?
It shows them basically walk up to a herd in the wild. Like legit, that's how it ends.
Okay.
Like they literally go up in this like whole like rainforest jungle, which is like weird. It's a jungle, not the Serengeti, but whatever. Jungle with like this waterfall and everything else, and the mom walk up the ledge. They look down and see all these elephants, like this massive, untold hundreds of elephants sitting down there, and the mom, you know, and they're like, "What's up?" And then Dumbo jumps off the cliff and flies above them all. Like I'm your king now.
I'm your flying baby Dumbo King.
Yeah, like I'm your king now. Bow before me and my flying ability.
Babar ain't got nothing on
This is
me.
like, all right, this is how you're ending the Dumbo movie. I'm like, the mom's still stuck up there because that wasn't like a path for her to come down.
Right.
Dumbo just jumped off and was like, "See, mom, I'm gonna go fly with the birds."
Huh.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
And then, okay, so that's how it ends. Is there anything else that happens in between all that that you think that we should know or that you would like to discuss
I mean,
with the following?
there's a bunch. I mean, basically, okay, well, one we discussed in the regular review, the animals don't talk, which is kind of weird
At all.
at all. They understand English
Hmm.
because the people constantly talk to Dumbo and the mom, and they understand them all the time,
Okay.
which throws me off completely because you're just like, okay, they can't talk, but they understand every word that you're saying.
Hmm.
But you're trying to make it realistic, like he's just an animal. But you're like, oh, Dumbo, keep flying so we can have enough money to free your mom. Cool. Like, how does Dumbo even understand the concept of money? But that's basically where this movie is at.
Okay. And then you said free Dumbo's mom, so somehow she gets
So,
locked away.
like in the original cartoon, there's a whole scene where Dumbo gets ridiculed in the circus,
And Dumbo's mom doesn't like
and
that.
Dumbo's mom doesn't actually know what's going on. So basically, this evil trainer walks into Dumbo's mom and is like, "Hey, they're making fun of your boy in there, but you're not out there to protect him. So ha ha." So then she comes charging in to go protect her baby, because once again, she understands English.
Okay.
And so she basically destroys the big top trying to protect Dumbo, and this one guy is there, and she ends up killing. He ends up dying because of the big top beams fall on him.
Oh, okay. And they
So
blame her.
they blame her for protecting her baby, and that's why he died. So she's a mad, crazed elephant, like kind of in the cartoon. She's locked up, and then they have to get rid of her.
Okay.
So Dumbo's on his own.
Nice. And then the two kids befriend him?
The two kids befriend him kind of before that even happens. So even before he even gets out there and ridiculed, they kind of can see that he can fly. So they can, well, not really fly, but they saw that he can float. And so they're like, okay,
Float?
yes.
Okay, so explain his flying mechanic for all of us. Does he actually fly or he can, like, float?
He flies. So they have him flap his ears, and then he does like the flap, and then he'll go to a glide to a flap. Like they have
Oh.
the whole like CGI part where he actually flies. Um,
So very bird-like mechanics.
yeah, they basically use his ears like wings, basically, which he has a lot of control of his ears. I'm
Oh, man.
just saying.
Dumbo 2 in the works.
Yeah, so they
Hopefully not.
basically kind of figure out how like they use the same mechanic that's in the movie where the mouse gives him the feather
Okay.
that uses them to fly. Where in this one they basically use a feather to basically convince him to start flying because he's chasing it. So he starts flying because the feather goes up and he basically jumps up and then starts gliding to chase the feather. So they kind of use the mechanic of like, hey, the feather, and then he starts flying.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the mechanic through the entire movie is feather, 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 feather. Then it's like, oh, you don't need the feather. But they didn't do it as epic as like in a cartoon where it's like he's up there and he's scared. And it's like, you don't need the feather, just do it.
And where the mouse is like, come on.
Yeah. So they have that scene, but they still use the feather. So that scene where he's like in the fire and above it, and it's like, just do it, you can do it, you don't need the feather. They don't use that scene.
Huh.
So he still uses the feather in that scene.
So is he still part of the clowns?
Yes, so that beginning part where the clowns are there, that's this first scene where he starts with everyone first sees him fly. But he still needs the feather for that scene. And then they basically, the circus makes money, they move on to the bigger circus as Michael Keaton's character comes on and it's like, hey, where you're at is little small potatoes. We're trying to make this huge land, and you have housing and have all this other stuff. You come with us. We'll make you, rich. And Dumbo is going to be the main attraction of my new world, land and everything else.
Gotcha.
And you're like, okay. So even in that area, he's using the feather until like the end of the last end of the movie where he like the big top's burning down, the family's trapped, and he flies in, sprays like water to kind of get them out the big top to save them. And then in that process, his feather burns.
Okay.
And then basically they're coming for him, and Dad's like, you don't need the feather. And they had this little talk about at the end of the movie that he doesn't need the feather to fly. It's in you the whole time.
So the human gives the elephant a pep talk.
Yes.
Okay.
Once again, understands English.
And apparently the humans know that they understand because they keep talking to them.
Because she's telling him like she has a key from her mom, and this is what I've been using, and I don't need this. And so she throws it into the fire also. And was like, Dumbo, it's inside you the entire time. And he's like, and then they take off flying with the two kids.
On his back?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh yeah. That's another change too. They have people riding Dumbo.
Like the ride at Disneyland.
Yeah. So there's a trapeze woman, a part of the new show, that she actually part of the act that she's supposed to ride Dumbo. So they use her right. That's actually her act is that she rides Dumbo.
Is it Ava Green's character?
Yes.
Okay.
So she basically rides Dumbo, and so during the movie, she basically he flies her around, and then at the end, he flies the kids around, and you're like,
okay,
all right, so he's a plane now, okay. Which I always thought was weird that the kids waited to the end of the movie to actually ride Dumbo. They never tried that at any point before then.
All right.
And they're kids. I thought that'd be like the first thing they'd think of.
Let's ride the flying elephant.
Yes. But the movie does kind of start off a little depressing because the dad comes back from, I guess it's World War II, 1-ish. They really explain probably 1. Missing an arm. So his arm's gone. And then while he was gone, they sold off all his horses because he was a horse trainer and did tricks. They needed to stay alive, basically survive in the horse. So they sold the horses off. And then they come to find out his wife / kid's mom dies of influenza.
So it sounds like a typical Disney depressing beginnings film.
Yes.
To somehow being happy.
Yes. So at the end, same
by
circus.
By exploiting an animal for money?
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the end, they're not exploiting animals for money because that's wrong now. So all the animals are out of cages and they're running the same circus they ran at the beginning of the movie, but now it's making money. Minus the animals.
Because somehow cage-free and no animal circus makes money.
Yes. More money than they were making before.
Okay.
They added a trapeze lady because she wasn't there before.
So they put more human entertainment.
Yes.
Ah.
Which they already had.
Oh.
They didn't. The only person that was a trapeze lady at the end of the movie, and they're now successful circus, which they weren't at the beginning of the movie with all the same acts.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Disney, yo. It's Disney.
All right.
At the end of the movie, everyone has to be happy. The same formula we started at the beginning of the movie.
Any other spoiler-ish things you would like to share with us about Dumbo?
They pretty much covered most of the original Dumbo. I mean, the Dumbo scenes that you saw in the original.
What about the original, like that one where he gets drunk?
So he doesn't get drunk, but they've replaced that weird-looking dancing elephants in the circus.
Take it away.
All that they did balloons. So these ladies in the circus do like bubbles, and the bubbles form elephants that are like doing all the little movement, and then like Dumbo's out there looking at them like, yeah.
You like jamming?
Yeah. And it's like going and like it makes little small elephants, and then the big huge elephant starts eating the little elephants, and it's like really, it's just, it keeps the weirdness of that drunken scene. They keep the same feel to it. So
I'm surprised. It is Tim Burton after all.
Yeah, they kept that same kind of feel to it. You'll probably see a couple of scenes you go through. You know, the mom locked in the cage and it's like bad outfit, and then she basically reaches out to Dumbo, and they have that whole little moment. It just doesn't last as long anymore.
Okay. All right.
So like all the scenes, him in the little firehouse, there's a clown and he takes off, like that scene's still there. So
does this give you any hope that Aladdin, due out in like a month and a half, will be any good?
No. No. I actually feel Aladdin's going to be worse, and they're going to keep the singing, and it's not going to be as entertaining.
It probably will. Okay.
It's not the greatest at all. Like they could have done something better than this. I've been fine if the animals would have talked, because they acted like they did.
More like a Jungle Book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I was hoping for.
If they don't talk, but why do you keep having the people talk to the animals like they fully understand everything that they're saying?
It's like Dumbo takes place in a world where humans can telepathically communicate their feelings, or like the animals can just understand humans speak, but no one can understand what the animals are thinking.
At all.
So, some one-way communication street there.
Yeah, like you can hear me, but we don't understand what you're saying.
Gotcha. Huh. Okay. So, probably not the greatest conceptualized idea there, Tim Burton and company, but...
I mean, it's a hard thing to do because they try to put humans... The problem is they try to put humans in the forefront, because the original one basically centered all around animals.
Yep. So
now the animals aren't there. Like the mouse has a super small role. You see him at the beginning and you see him at the end. That's it. So the mouse is there kind of as nostalgia. Like, oh look, there's the mouse. They cut the crows out.
No crows.
I mean, we kind of know why.
Yeah, we know why.
It wasn't the best look then. So I mean, they cut them out. But most of the other animals, and they cut out most of the elephants too. Like there's 2 other elephants and Dumbo's mom, and that's the total number of elephants. And then after they get rid of Dumbo's mom, you don't see any other elephants, which is also weird.
And there's a... do they show a lot of the other animals? Like, because before the other animals like reacted to...
No. I mean, like I said, like they literally focus squarely on Dumbo.
No stork scene then.
The stork scene is condensed, where like he gets derived from the stork.
Oh, so is it a stork scene that includes just him and not all the animals like it does in the original?
There's not even that. So basically what they did is the mom's there, they say the mom's pregnant. You see a stork land on her like cage area. And then you see a group of storks fly. And then it cuts the next morning and Dumbo's there. So it kind of gives the impression that, hey, if you know, storks brought Dumbo. If you don't know, just a random bird and it's nighttime.
Okay. All right.
That's kind of what they went with. I mean, the scenes are there, but they're not really there.
Doesn't fully capture the magic of the original.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for How Does It End for Dumbo, folks. Thank you once again for all the love. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Share it out.
Get to everybody.
Everybody. And we'll see you on the next one. Shazam. Peace.